Hello everyone, welcome back to another lecture of this course. In this lecture, we will discuss operating point and stability factor of BJT. These are the contents of this lecture: operating point or Q point, load line, Q point for input characteristics for common emitter amplifier, Q point for output characteristics for common emitter amplifier, and stability factor. So we will discuss all these topics one by one. Operating point. Operating point is also called quiescent point or Q point in short, or silent point or DC bias point. Q point simply provide the information of bias voltage and bias current. So we must apply bias voltage and bias current before applying any input voltage to any electronic device, so that it can be operate in desired operating region without any distortion. As we have discussed, BJT is widely used for switching as well as amplification purpose. If we want this BJT to operate in saturation or cutoff region for switching purpose, then we must fix Q point in saturation and cutoff region. Otherwise, it will not be operate in saturation and cutoff region and provide the distorted output. And if we want the BJT to operate in active region, then the Q point must be in active region. Otherwise, it will disturb the output and user will not get the proper information. So selection of Q point is very important for any electronics device. And once the Q point is selected, then it must be fixed and stable for the proper operation of the electronics device. Load line. So Q point always present on load line, and load line is simply a straight line which is drawn between the two axes, and whenever the load line is intersecting characteristics of any electronic device at this point, we get maximum profit from this device, and this point is Q point or operating point. Electronic devices are the non-linear devices because their characteristics are non-linear in type. It means for Q point calculation, the electronic devices operate in linear way on load line. So it provides maximum stability. And there are two categories of load lines. One is DC load line, second one is AC load line. So in case of DC load line, Q point is selected before applying any input voltage. So there is very less or very few chance to deviate this Q point on load line. But when we are applying AC signal at the input side, then this load line is called AC load line, and here there is chance of deviation of Q point from one point to another point because of AC signal magnitude is time varying, and it affects the Q point also on load line. Q point for input characteristic of common emitter amplifier. Common emitter amplifier is nothing, it is common emitter configuration of bipolar junction transistor. And we have discussed in last lecture that NPN transistor is widely used as compared to PNP transistor, because in case of NPN, majority charge carriers are electrons and mobility of electrons are large as compared to mobility of holes. So common emitter amplifier is widely used as compared to other configurations. So here common emitter NPN amplifier circuit is given. So here we are not applying any input voltage or input signal. We are just applying biasing potentials for input and output sides. And currents are IV for base current, IC for collector current and IE for emitter current. Biasing potentials are BB and BCC. Condition for operating this amplifier in active region given here. Collector to base junction must operate in reverse wise and emitter to base junction must operate in forward wise. So here we are simply applying Kirchhoff's voltage law in input side or input loop, because here we are finding the Q point for input characteristic. So by applying KVL equation in this loop, BVV equal to IVRV plus BBE. That is the KVL equation for input loop. So this one is the input characteristics for common emitter amplifier, and it is same as the characteristic of forward wise PN junction diode. So input current IV, input voltage VBE, and here we have mentioned KVL equation for input loop. So for calculation of Q point, we must calculate the coordinates at this point and at this point for drawing this DC load line. So for calculation of this point, input current IV equal to 0. So we are simply putting IV equal to 0 in this equation, then BVE equal to BVV. It means input voltage, that is BVE, equal to biasing voltage BBB. And at this point BBE voltage is 0 because it is on y axis. So BBE equal to 0, then input current IV equal to BBB divided by RB. So coordinate at this point is 0 BBB divided by RB, and coordinate at this point is BBB 0. So we have calculated two coordinates for 2 points and we can simply draw a line between these two coordinates. So here we have shown 3 DC load lines, and these 3 DC load lines are plotted by varying the value of RB. So if the value of RB is decreasing, then the DC load lines are moving in upward direction, because coordinate of this point is 0 BBB divided by RB. When RB is reducing, it means this point is increasing because it is inversely proportional to RB. So these 3 plots are simply showing when we are reducing the value of RB, then DC load line are shifted towards upward direction. And here we are simply fix the biasing voltage, that is VB. And whenever these load lines are intersecting input characteristic of CE amplifier, these corresponding points are the Q points. So here we have calculated 3 Q points for 3 load lines. So corresponding values are called BBEQ and IBQ. So these are the Q point biasing voltage and Q point biasing current. So by providing these voltage and current values to any electronic device before applying input signal, we can get proper output without any distortion, and this device will be operating in desired region. Similarly here, if we can change the value of VV, then the point will also be changed. Q point is depending on the values of RV and BBV, that is the biasing voltage at input side. Q point for output characteristic of common emitter amplifier. Common emitter NPN amplifier circuit is shown here, and for calculation of Q point for output characteristic, we must apply Kirchhoff's voltage law in output loop. So Kirchhoff's voltage law in output loop, that is VCC equal to ICRC plus VCE. So here important parameters are RC and VCC. So by changing these two parameters, we can change the Q point, or we can shift the Q point from one point to another point. Output characteristic for common emitter NPN amplifier circuit is given here. Different regions are cutoff region, active region, and saturation region. For the selection of Q point, we must draw the load line. So load line is simple a straight line between two axes. So at this point, or point A, VC voltage is 0. So we are simply putting VC equal to 0 in this expression. Then IC equal to VCC upon RC. So coordinate at point A is 0, VCC upon RC. And at point B, here IC equal to 0. So we are simply putting IC equal to 0 in KVL equation. Then VCE equal to VCC. So coordinate at point B equal to VCC 0. So we have drawn a line, that is the straight line, by joining these two coordinates. And here we can see there are a number of operating points, because load line is intersecting at different points of output characteristic. Suppose this one is Q1 point, this one is Q2 point, and this one is Q3 point, and corresponding values are the Q point biasing voltage and biasing current values. And here there are three operating points, so we must choose the best one for operating this amplifier in better way. So if we select Q1 is the Q point for this output characteristic, then it is close to the cutoff region. It means one half cycle is clipped off, or some portion of cycle is clipped off because of cutoff region. It means output is distorted. Similarly here, if we select Q3 is the best choice, then it shows one portion or one cycle or certain portion of one cycle is clipped off, because this point is close to saturation region. And if we select Q2 as our best choice, then it properly generates the output signal without any distortion. It means the selection of Q point is totally depends on the theory, that is the Q point must lie in the midway of this active region, so that there is a less chance or negligible chance to clip off any input signal. So out of these three Q points, Q2 is the best choice for proper amplification of the input signal, because it is in the mid of active region. While in case of Q1 and Q3 point, certain portion of input signal is clipped off because of saturation and cutoff regions, it means output will be distorted. Stability factor. So we have discussed load line and Q point. Once the Q point is selected, it must be fixed and stable. So here we are calculating a factor for checking the stability of the Q point. So we generally use common emitter configuration because it is widely used for audio frequency range for high power gain and it provides 180-degree phase shift. And here Q point of any electronic device or in case of common emitter configuration is depend on number of parameters. So that is the equation for collector current or output current in case of common emitter amplifier, or we can say common emitter configuration. IC equal to beta IV plus beta plus 1 ICVO. So we can say IC is depending on beta factor, IV factor and ICVO factor. ICVO is nothing, it is ICO and it is leakage current and it is due to minority charge carrier concentration. So whenever any change is occurred in temperature, then ICVO will also be changed, as well as the value of BV also change, and the value of VV is changed, it means input current IV is also affected. So temperature causes change in IV as well as ICVO, while beta is changed or shifted when we are replacing any transistor. It means beta is totally depends on transistor. If two transistors are made using the same material, then they may have the different values of beta. It means beta varies transistor to transistor. So increase in temperature causes increase in ICVO. So whenever any change is occurred in temperature or temperature is increasing, it means the leakage current is also increasing and it decreases the voltage level, that is input voltage level BVE. When any decrease in BVE is occurred, it means input current IV is also decreasing. So practically is 10-degree increase in temperature causes 2 times of ICVO, while each 1-degree increase in temperature decreases 2.5 millivolt of BVE. If any changes occurred in beta, IV and ICVO, then it totally change IC current, that is the output current. So here we are finding the stability factor. Stability factor simply represented by S, and it is the ratio of change in IC with respect to change in ICVO at constant BVE and beta. So S stability factor equal to DIC upon DICVO at constant BVE and beta. So for more stable Q point, the value of stability factor must be less as possible. And stability factor in case of when we are checking the change in BVE volt, then stability is simply represented as prime and it is DIC upon DBVE at constant ICVO and beta values. Simply, if Q point is shifted whenever change is occurred in beta value, then stability factor is S double prime and it is DIC upon D beta at constant BVE and ICVO. So there are three stability factors: S, S prime, S double prime, and these are depending on the variation in one parameter. If variation in ICVO is occurred, then stability factor is S. If variation in BV is occurred, it means stability factor is S prime. If variation in beta is occurred, it means stability factor is S double prime. And among these three stability factors, S is widely used. So here lower value of S is desirable, which shows more stable Q point.